Welcome to the 31 Days of Halloween, presented by the Honor Society of Entertainment Arts at the LA Film School. I'm your host, Angel, and this is The Legacy of Fear, a journey through the evolution of horror and films that shaped our darkest imaginations. So dim the lights, settle in, and let the terror begin.
I love you, Catherine.
Crawford, we have to get out of here. The resonator's going to blow up.
I want us to be together.
Listen to me! I set a timing device on a bomb. We only have a few minutes.
It doesn't matter.
If Pretorius can turn on that machine, then he'll always have a way back here.
Welcome back to Legacy of Fear, part of the 31 Days of Halloween here at the LA Film School Honor Society. I am your host, Angel. And today we honor two legends who defined cult horror in the 1980s, Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs. When Re-Animator debuted in 1985, it didn't just push boundaries, it shattered them. Based on an H.P. Lovecraft story, Stuart Gordon's gore-soaked masterpiece introduced us to Jeffrey Combs as Herbert West, the brilliant, unhinged doctor obsessed with conquering death. Combs' performance was unlike anything horror fans had seen. He wasn't a traditional leading man. He was twitchy, manic, and magnetic. Herbert West became one of the most iconic anti-heroes in horror, carried entirely on Combs' sharp wit and dark intensity. And then came Barbara Crampton. At a time when many actresses were written off as scream queens and just eye candy, Barbara Crampton brought authenticity, range, and depth to her roles. In Re-Animator, and later for From Beyond, she gave us characters that weren't just victims. They were layered, sympathetic, and brave. Barbara's presence elevated every film she touched, and her willingness to embrace horror's weirdness, wild stories, made her a cult icon. Together, Crampton and Combs became the faces of Lovecraft horror on the screen. And From Beyond, they plunged into grotesque science fiction terror. In Castle Freak, they delivered one of the 90s most underrated gothic horrors. Their partnership with director Stuart Gordon created a body of work that still defines cult horror today. But their legacy didn't stop in the 80s. Both Crampton and Combs have remained staples of the genre. Barbara, with her stunning comeback in films like You're Next and Jacob's Wife, and Jeffrey in projects like The Frighteners, to countless horror conventions where fans still line up to meet him, in addition to his place in sci-fi IPs on television and streaming. They represent the best of cult horror, fearless, inventive, and unforgettable. Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs weren't just actors in strange little movies. They became the heartbeat of 80s cult horror. Performers who turned bizarre scripts and buckets of gore into timeless legends. That's why we still remember them today, not just as stars, but as icons who proved horror could be bold, bloody, and brilliant. So remember, if you're going to add an 80s cult horror to your menu of horror delights on Halloween night, you will probably see Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton. But you also will see a whole lot of gore and a whole lot of crazy. So you might want to leave the lights on and you might want to watch the snacks. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.